Everything else was great.
All right. My name is Hansel. I am the lead director here at the Dream Center of Las Vegas. I've been the director here at this location at 911 G Street in Las Vegas for 6 years now, and have been pastoring in this town for 11 years. I came from a small town outside Spokane, Washington, and I moved to Las Vegas in 1992, where, ironically enough, I had an encounter with the Lord in 1992 and went into a discipleship school here in Las Vegas, which at that time was out of a storefront church called West Valley Assembly up on Jones and Sahara. And in 1999, my wife and I took a year off from ministry just to focus on planting a church. And our hearts were outreach. Our hearts were being with community and being with children and being into the downtrodden areas and outreach. We really were passionate about outreach. And so as I was trained in the outreach, we planted the church by doing outreaches. And so in 2000, February 5th of 2000 to be exact, we planted with my wife and I and 13 brave souls that we went down to Casa Rosa, and in their little homework center there, we planted our little church. And that's where I preached my very first sermon. I took a week off to study and prepare to make sure it was going to be right, and it was probably one of the worst sermons I've ever preached, but it was a great start to get going, and we started knocking on doors. We started just blessing that community and doing outreaches, and next thing you know, the church started to grow. And we moved across the street to a senior center where it didn't work out too well. You know, some of the music and the kids didn't go over too well with some of the seniors, and so we moved back across the street, and then we went down to Belzar and MLK. We were there for probably about 6 months, and then moved back to Casa Rosa. And then the door opened for us to move into the Moulin Rouge Hotel Casino. And we were at the Moulin Rouge for a half, and our hearts were still outreach, and so we were continually reaching out into the community where this church is now on the west side and into North Las Vegas, and busing people in, and church was growing and it was exciting. And I remember we did a great big block party, and it was an amazing outreach that we had. It was about 2,000 people that showed up at this block. We were excited. On that Sunday, the church was full, and my wife and I, we were going to take a little break and go down to Laughlin just for the weekend. And I was kidding around with my youth pastor, and I said, just don't call me unless the church is on fire. And sure enough, he called at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, hey, you know, you might want to turn on the news, your church is on fire. And so we were the church that burnt down in 2003 with the Moulin Rouge fire. And so we kind of bounced around a little bit, and then the door opened up here to 911 G Street. And after about a year or so, we were able to move into this location here, which has been a tremendous blessing to have really a church place to call home, to really build, you know, your out of programs. So we've been here for about 6 years now, right in the heart of the West Side, and we love it. We love the community, love the opportunity that the community provides for ministry. We would expand out into our outreach programs. We're very passionate what the Lord is doing when it comes to outreach. We believe that we are equipped to take what has given us and take it into our city, and to help meet a big back-to-school fair giveaway. And just a couple years ago, we had, I think it was maybe 2,200 back fully equipped that we gave away to schools here in the community and through different needs that we have with. And so then every Thanksgiving banquet, and 2 years, believe us, we had 8,000 people that showed up for the event. And then, you know, come in and the main job out, and so we kind of lost our infrastructure, but we continued with just a week ago, we had over 1,200 community this week. And then
on the church side because I mean, it's just been very rough on some families. People are really just trying the best they can. We did a fit option for Thanksgiving, so we got kids and food and church families, whether it be in the community or neighbors, co-workers, or just to help with the needs there. And we adopted 135 families. Got full Thanksgiving meals. Boy, that was a lot of fun. And then for the church side, we put on a presentation that we call illustrated sermons, and had a great time doing that. In fact, in one service, when we did it, we saw over 30 people get saved in one service. It was very exciting, and being able to food away. And now we're getting ready for Christmas. Our Christmas outreaches are in full gear. We have many veins that we work in Christmas. One of them is through the outreach programs we call adopt-a-blocks. So in the church we try to adopt city blocks and then raise up people that will help pastor those blocks and understand what the needs are and go meet those needs. And so through the adopt-a-block program, we will be giving Christmas presents away out to needs in the community there. And so that will be through several adopt-a-blocks. And we have an amazing opportunity that came to us this year. We were asked to start working in human trafficking in the city of Las Vegas. Las Vegas leads our nation with the amount of children that get trafficked out of this city. And we were asked to start taking an active role in prevention and awareness so that we can get proper tools to leaders, pastors, parents, so that we can combat this tremendous evil that's happening in our city. And so we are working with several organizations that are great, working hands-on with children that have been trafficked or sexually exploited. And so we're adopting those families as well too, trying to just give them a great and blessed Christmas. And by the way, you know, we're working very diligently on parenting forums. There is influencers in the church. In fact, I just read an article that they say that the most influential people in America are pastors and church leaders. Now, you've got your celebrities and stuff that have their pockets of influence, but overall, pastors and leaders have the most influence across America right now. And so we're trying to capture those influencers, pastors and leaders, and bring training, bring the word of what is really happening and how it affects congregations and how churches really have the upper hand to make a tremendous difference in human trafficking, not only in Las Vegas, but across our nation. So we're working with trafficked children and their families. We work with a lot of needs in the church. And so we're very excited about the opportunity that we have. We have a furniture bank as well, too, a big warehouse out in North Las Vegas that we have furniture, that we work with the city, we work with churches to help provide for those families and stuff that are in need there. So really with the Dream Center, we are very passionate about serving community. We're very passionate about touching people's lives. We're very passionate about making a difference. But most of all, we're very passionate about developing a relationship with Jesus Christ and letting our lives be the expression of that relationship that we possess. There is nothing greater than the love of Jesus. I can tell you that firsthand from when I got saved, which is a whole other story. But thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to a little bit of this testimony about my life, and, the Las Vegas Dream Center, and just the heart's passion that we have. You know, is it perfect? No, but the heart is there to do the best we can to help. Our website is www.lasvegasdreamcenter.org, and I believe there's going to be a link if you are interested in learning more or being a part of some of the outreaches or coming and volunteering. Oh, because Thursday nights we have a big homeless outreach as well too. Every Thursday we feed anywhere from 200 to 300 homeless that come every Thursday, and so we have tremendous outreach to the community. And so any donations are welcome. We
Of course, any monetary financial donations are the best. We can apply those to the greatest need that help cover, some of the missing things for the outreaches coming up, or just support for the church. Anything, of course, is deeply, deeply appreciated. Food, of course, clothing, anything along the lines. Furniture, of course, that goes out to families in need too. And so we're very grateful for you, and thank you for your time and listening to the testimony of the Dream Center of Las Vegas. May God bless you and keep you close to Him.